I'm Richard, and this is RSR Autos, and today we'll be reviewing the Toyota Camry SE. 2016 model. Yes. Let's get into it. Here we are on the exterior of the Toyota Camry 2016. This particular model came in a black color, and I've always personally liked the lights, the styling of this Toyota Camry. For this generation Toyota Camry, I felt they definitely made it a little bit more sporty with these lights, the large grille under here.
Yeah, I also like these lights as well.
Yeah, that's to the appearance.
And the turn signals, these are actually the turn signals. So when you're signaling, these are the lights that would be flashing.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit more aggressive than the previous Toyota Camry generation. I feel Toyota has moved towards a more sporty model.
Yeah, and we're rocking 16-inch rims. Can take those off and have the steelies, but these are some good tires on it as well.
Very reliable, like the rest of the car.
Yep.
Here we have the doors. Standard doors, not really any quirks, but reliable, just as the rest of this car is.
Yep.
And here we are towards the back of this car, and this is the backlight. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of these black lights. I feel it could be a little bit more sporty. But it is a Camry, and
I mean, this is the LE as well.
is that the higher model?
I believe it's the lower one. We have a single pipe exit for the exhaust.
Reliable car. Does this car have has a backup camera, by the way?
Yes, it does.
Oh, it does.
I believe when this was manufactured, backup cameras was mandated. So we do have a backup camera right here.
Nice.
And backup camera resolution, it's alright. It's alright. I guess it does the job.
And here's the other side of the car. And here we move on to the hood of the Toyota Camry. This engine.
As you can see, this is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. It has 178 horsepower, which for a car like this, it's more than enough to get you from point A to point B. And it's a Toyota engine, so it's reliable. This can go up to 300, 400,000 kilometers.
Yes, very reliable, very dusty.
Yeah.
Even has a nice Toyota logo. Is this engine built in-house by any chance? Or did they use a BMW engine like in the Supra?
Oh, I mean, I think it's made through the manufacturing process. But it's not like a hand-built engine like an AMG.
It's not hand-built?
No. So, entering this beautiful machine, we are greeted with this relatively nice interior. This is the LE model, so you do get cloth seats. But the dashboard, it has some faux leather, which looks pretty nice actually.
Yeah, it's a pretty clean look. It
Yeah.
feels pretty nice too.
We got a little digital cluster on the instrument panel. We're gonna start it up with this key ignition.
Yeah, no keyless ignition.
Right away you're greeted with this Camry intro on the small digital gauge cluster we have here.
Yeah, just a nice attention to detail.
Yeah, and it tells you your speed readout over here, distance to empty, kilometers obviously. Pressing this button, you can adjust the brightness. So I've noticed when I'm driving at night, it's actually kind of too bright, so you can turn it down. With this button, you can adjust your odometer, trip A, trip B, all that. And moving on to the infotainment, we have the ability for aux, CD, USB, AM, FM, Bluetooth. You can customize it. It gives you the option to reorder, so I guess you can move it around or however. Not sure about that.
This button.
Oh, okay.
And it moves, yeah.
That's interesting. And We have audio, press audio, this is audio. Car, it gives you your information, the amount of your gas mileage and all of that, trip information. Setup, you know, voice commands, general, phone, audio, vehicle. Track, you know, if you're listening to anything, phone. The dials, as Richard has mentioned previously, is it has nice material, nice textured material.
Nice feeling for your fingers overall, and helps us to grip when you're
Right.
gripping and changing the climate controls on this car.
Yeah, and dashboard actually has some nice materials, like a faux leather, and it looks pretty nice. As well as over here, we have a wood grain material.
Yeah, just pointing that
It's
out.
nice
That's
to touch.
a pretty nice.
Obviously not
attention to
real wood,
detail.
but yeah.
Yeah, it looks very nice. It kind of gives off a premium appearance, although unfortunately it's not real wood.
Right. Moving on to the visors, let's do the visor test. Passes. Shout out the straight pipes. We got dome lights over here. You can hold your sunglasses here. We have storage. You have a USB-A charging port.
That looks like a headphone jack?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. We have an outlet and plenty of space. 2 cup holders. This thing over here, I guess, just to put your phone.
Yeah, I think you can also fit an ashtray here if you guys are into smoking in your car.
Yeah. And we have a storage cubby. It's actually pretty spacious, you know, pretty deep.
Nice material.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the. Oh, it's a removable ground too. Yeah, I like this. Just in case, you know, if you spill some coffee, it's pretty easy to clean up being all plastic.
Right.
The lid of this, I like to point out, it's a nice leather material, very soft. Just a nice touch, actually.
But there has been some wear, but I guess your mileage may vary depending how you treat it.
There's the door of the.
Over here we got a coin holder actually. Pretty cool. Adjustable mirrors, automatic. All power windows.
No more hand cranking, huh?
Yeah. Locks. We got 3 blank switches. I have no idea what those are for, but if you get the highest trim level and ball out, then I guess you'd be able to get those. Traction control off. And yeah.
I like to point out, like, on the door, just something that strikes my eyes is just the metal strip around here that goes around the door. It's a pretty nice part. It gives a more premium vibe to the car. Some more attention to detail rather than if it was just all black.
Also, moving on to the steering wheel, we have cruise control set, turn signal stock, and these buttons to control the digital gauge cluster. So you can press these buttons to go here, go into your settings. Yeah, you can customize it. Language, units, driver information, indicator, pop-up display. Moving on in the back seats.
Come on into the backseat of the Toyota Camry 2016 LE edition.
So how's the headroom?
Yeah, it's pretty good, you know. I'm a pretty tall guy. I'm 7'4".
Yeah.
I have a lot of headroom here.
Could probably fit in like 3 adults, no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, you do see these cars all the time being Ubered and taxied and all that.
Same plus seats as on front. Pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
No heated back seats, but
There isn't many amenities for the
Yes.
backseat people, only like small storage, that's it.
yeah,
Storage on the door sills. That's about it.
Yeah, good
Cup
for-
holders.
good for carrying kids or
Yeah.
equipment or dogs. That's stolen goods, maybe. Just pretty convenient overall. Pretty comfortable. And here are the back door seats. So as you can see, there's not a terribly large amount of features. It's pretty simple. There's basically the windows, power windows here, if I may add, the lock button. And I really like this touch, but it is a metal door opener. I just like that touch.
Nice attention to
Metal's
detail.
nice, premium material.
Yeah.
And I like how they added some of that to this Camry, which is relatively affordable.
Right.
Here we are at the trunk of the Camry. As you can see, it automatically opens.
Not all the way, but definitely helps out. We have plenty of storage back
Oh
here.
yeah,
Plenty of storage. Actually.
very good for just equipment, all kinds of stuff. You know, if you have kids and they have hockey equipment or golf equipment or soccer equipment, just perfect for that.
You got a jack Tools for, you know, roadside assistance, anything like that.
Yeah, and I like the material on this. It's a nice plastic, plasticky material, very hardy, very easy to wash, you know, very durable too. And that's not only on the ground, but it's
some pull tabs over
on the
here.
side.
You can pull down the seats actually.
Oh,
so
wow.
you even have even more room.
Yeah, and I like this addition of the extra light up here, so you can just see what you're doing in the back of the trunk.
Oh,
yeah, and that goes down. Yeah, just see if you guys have any
skis, golf clubs.
Yeah, perfect for that. And here we revisit the exhaust note of this Toyota Camry. It was shown earlier before. The weather out here is a little bit colder, so as you can see, there's a lot of white clouds. Pretty sporty though. Yeah, so here we are. We're about to go onto the main road here, which is behind a bus. But overall, I feel the handling of this car is pretty good, even in these snowy conditions right now.
Yeah.
Visibility is pretty poor.
But you know, we're actually testing the car to its limits right now, as in, you know, in different environments.
Yeah, so unfortunately, there's not a lot of sensors on this car. Let's give some revs here. Whoa. Acceleration is pretty okay. It's good because the road right now we're going is kind of an uphill road. Well, this is not even the most uphill portion. So let's see how it does when we go to the uphill portion. Braking's pretty good right now, yeah. Pretty responsive. As I would expect for a car this age, like this car only has 77,000 kilometers. It's relatively new, you know. The brake calipers probably are.
Yeah, for a Toyota, this is nothing.
Yeah. And like I say, like the ambient lighting in this car is pretty nice too. Like
when
all
these
the
are
colors
off,
are
you
lit,
have
yeah.
this blue glow.
Yeah, even on the steering wheel too. Like this is, I can see all the buttons very clearly. It's like a very subtle but very helpful lighting system.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just coming on the main road here. You know, it's going pretty well. This is an uphill road, so it does take a little bit more power, but the car is handling pretty well. I think for everyday use, this car has more than enough power for any sort of road. Of course, unless you want to go to the Autobahn and go at 200 kilometers an hour, then probably don't bring this car. I can see an ambulance here going down. Yeah, the weather conditions aren't too pretty. But yeah, it's keeping up. I mean, it's not slipping or anything.
Ride quality isn't bad either, you know. That's pretty dependent on the tires that you have, but with the tires we have on, it's good. I believe these are like the stock tires, the ones that come with the car.
Oh, Toyota cares about your safety.
Yeah.
It's quality. It's stock tires. I also like how this A-pillar doesn't really obstruct any
Yeah,
views
one of
or
the
something.
biggest things I noticed right away when I first started driving this is the sheer amount of visibility you have. I forgot to mention that, like, this is so much more visible. Even the rear view mirror, like, it's just so, it's like, it seems enlarged and all that. Everything, you can see everything. It's very clear. Maybe it's because my car that I normally drive has tinted windows, but it's just so clear in here.
Yeah, this car definitely puts an emphasis on safety.
Yeah. And you know, when you're driving a Toyota, you know what to expect. Reliability, safety.
All the essentials, really.
Yeah. An excellent point A to point B vehicle.
You know, for power and acceleration, I feel this car was pretty nice. Like, I think generally people don't expect a lot of power from a Toyota. Obviously, this car can't really compare to some of the higher performance cars like the Mercedes S63. But
Yeah.
I think for just
I mean, if
everyday
we
use, it's more than enough.
if we were to compare it to its competitors like the Honda Accord or the Hyundai Sonata, this one probably takes the cake in terms of, you know, reliability. But in terms of looks, I would probably go with the Accord.
The Accord.
I mean, the one from this year, the 2016 Accord. If we're talking about 2020, I'd probably go with the Sonata. The newest Sonata was pretty nice.
Yeah. Still, I think for reliability, this car wins out of all the competitors.
Of course. So overall, this car, if you're in the market for this car, you're watching this video, obviously you're looking for a good, reliable car. And if you look around, you probably see this exact trim to 2016 Toyota Camry LE everywhere, as Ubers, as yellow cabs, white cabs, all that. And there's a reason for that, is because it's just so reliable. It's a dependable car. It's an excellent, like, this is like the pinnacle of a point A to point B car. Like, if you're looking for this car, clearly you're not, it doesn't matter to you about performance and all that. You just want a good, reliable car. And I would say that this fits that.
Yeah, and I would say, like, aside from that, there's also some premium features in this car. Like the attention to detail, the smooth driving experience,
good build quality.
Yeah, good build quality. The nice ambient lighting.
Yeah.
The large storage area.
Yeah.
Nice leather seat over here in the middle. But yeah, I think it's a very good car for just any daily driver. Actually,
could be a good first car. Could be just a good replacement car, just a good new car. Like, you can't go wrong with the Toyota Camry.
Yeah, it's one of the highest all-time selling cars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think right after the Corolla, maybe.
Something like that, yeah. And there's a reason.
Yeah,
it's a great
certainly.
car.
It is beyond popular, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but overall impressions, I really like the interior. The interior, in my opinion, is very nice. Obviously, I drive a Honda CR-V, so comparing to that, obviously this car is a little bit more modern than my car. Well, modern by 11 years.
Yeah. Personally,
I really like the interior. It's very minimalistic, very clean. Kind of, it has a premium feel almost. Everything's smooth. Like, you don't have any cheap, like, wiggly or loose components.
Yeah.
Everything's very well built. All the switches feel quite premium. They give some very nice resistance when you turn it. And all the buttons too, they have some nice clicks. It's something I like a lot about this car is also the ambient lighting. It gives a very nice like kind of a cocoon feel, like you're enclosed in the driving experience. For functionality of this car, I also think it's very good. The large storage space in the back, in the driver's components, and of course the rear passenger seats have also like wonderful space.
Yeah.
And Toyota makes it so the material is quite easy to clean. Like, most of the stuff is removable, most of the soft stuff at least. So if your child or someone clumsy like myself spills something, it's quite easy to clean.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've been actually driving this car for a month as a loaner, and I'm like, at first, like, as I said, the first thing that took me back was just the sheer amount of visibility. It's just the pillars are very small. You can just see everywhere around you. It's very open, and that's a good thing, and it's good.
Yeah, there's definitely a good emphasis on safety. Like, when I was driving down the road, even these terrible conditions right now, like as you guys can see in our back window, it's not visible at all.
Gotta brush it off.
Yeah, we gotta brush it off after. It was pretty visible. Like, there was not a single time where, I guess, visibility was really the issue.
Yeah.
There's definitely an emphasis on safety. The brakes are also very responsive. Yeah, and the acceleration is also quite nice for all the roads. Like the road we're coming up here, it was an uphill road, quite uphill, 80 kilometers an hour, and this car easily handled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for watching our review. If you like this video, give it a like. If you dislike this video, give it a dislike. Please comment any feedback, any suggestions, any cars you want us to review. And thank you.
We'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.
So here we are, it's snowing. So naturally, you know, you might want to do some donuts. But then again, this being a front-wheel drive car, I feel like I'm just going in circles actually. Yeah. Like, damn. Not exactly how I expected it to go. Never mind.
And here we move on to the hood of the Toyota Camry.
What? Bro, I'm pushing the lever.
No, it's. I'm pretty sure it's pushed down.
Oh.
Or push up.
Okay, ready? Let's start again.